Welcome into the Fans View, KZI 88.7 FM. We are live broadcasting from Austin, Texas. We got people listening all over the world, so we appreciate you guys. And we want you to tell a friend to tell a friend. So you can go to kzifm.org or you can search KZI 88.7 FM on the TuneIn app. Today we have Corey Mose from KView.
Yeah, what's popping?
Corey. And then over there, getting like 4 different jobs done. He's running the board. He's checking the time. Yep. He's answering the phones. Mm-hmm. We have Jamal January.
Absolutely. They call me the new version
Jamal,
of
we couldn't do it without you.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that, man.
It's an important job. I wish that we did have the camera. That's my bad. We probably should have streamed because people should be seeing how much twisting and turning and the dials, how much work you're doing.
Literally. It's hard out here, y'all.
I hope they believe that. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, I know that we have a lot we got to get to today. Can I just tell y'all one thing that happened to me yesterday? I'm walking around the University of Texas campus. Okay. And I'm walking with a buddy of mine who's from Georgia, and he's wearing all his Georgia gear. Now, this guy works for University of Texas that I'm walking with, but that's what he decided to wear to work.
Okay.
So he chose violence.
The meme machine.
So I'm walking with him, and I was like, man, I don't know if somebody's going to be throwing rocks at us. So we're walking down. We're actually passing Memorial Stadium. And then a family of 3 is coming down, and he could see it from like down the hill. If you guys know what I'm talking about here, and I was like, nah. I said, it's just a red shirt. He said, no, them Georgia fans. I said, man, they may be Gamecock fans for all you know. You don't know. And as we got close enough, I saw the dad had on the Georgia hat, and so we stopped and talked with them.
Yeah.
And I just want y'all to know, I did not cause any drama.
Wow.
I gave them recommendations of things they need to see while they're here. I told them to go to Pennybacker. I told them to go out in Congress, see if you can see some bats.
What the heck is Pennybacker?
The Pennybacker Bridge. Oh, yeah.
Is that where everyone takes that picture at?
Yep, with the cliff.
All right.
The Colorado River's right behind you. You got to do it. It's not a hard hike.
Like a tourist.
But you kind of got to check that block, though. Corey.
Yeah, you're right. So just like the bats, I haven't seen the bats either. Honestly, bro, really? I'm not an Austinite, bro. Like, I've been to ACL. I ain't been to South by. I ain't been to bats.
You can hold off on ACL. Depending on the lineup, it always depends on the lineup.
There's only so much you'll tolerate.
Yeah, only so much.
Corey.
South by, head there.
Yeah, that was another discussion we were about to go on there.
Yeah, I know. I was about to get cooked.
I know.
I can feel it.
512-836-2887 if y'all want to cook Corey.
That's nice. You told him where to go and everything?
Cook Corey.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag cook Corey.
Look at that growth that he has.
Maybe every Friday.
He's not starting any. Well, he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Literally on the air. But
I'm surprised you didn't tell him.
I'm always here for it.
I'm surprised you didn't tell him to go to what is it, Texas Paintball out in Georgetown. Yeah, they'll love y'all out there.
Yeah. So I want to be hospitable. Look, we got F1 going on. We got Lewis Hamilton is in the building. I mean, not in the building.
I was about to say,
but he's in the city limits. We got ACL. We got all these people in town for Texas, Georgia, and we should be hospitable because they could be anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We have a global audience, and so, look, people out in Austin, be on your best behavior. Let's be nice to these people. Absolutely. Because they're helping our economy.
No, it's a big weekend. I mean, we ran a story about that on the news last night.
Oh.
And, it's, like you said, Texas versus Georgia.
Yes, sir.
We talking F1.
Yes.
Don't
Sting.
disrespect. And who?
Sting.
Facts. Don't disrespect Eminem.
I know that. Eminem. What?
Yeah, they're performing.
Eminem, bro.
Oh, I'm so glad my wife is out of town this weekend.
Yeah.
She'll come back to us.
So, like, all the watch parties, all the bars, it's going to be packed,
and
bro.
Does Austin FC have a game this weekend,
Yes,
too?
Austin FC has a home game on Saturday as well.
What a weekend.
Like, it's going to be a crazy weekend.
June the 19th.
This week, I'm going to tell you this.
First game without Josh Wolf, by the way. First game without the head coach. Tragic.
You going to watch the game, though?
Well, I mean, I'll be at Texas, Georgia, working.
Oh, they're playing at the same time?
It's a night game.
6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I won't be watching it.
You're not gonna watch the game?
You know what? I am not an Austin FC fan, and
I thought you were talking about Texas.
Yeah, there's another MLS team that I rock with.
I wonder who.
Not to be said on these airways.
What, Miami?
From me, I will never. But I do watch
Columbus
a lot of
Crew.
Inter Miami.
You look like a Columbus Crew guy.
My kids are addicted to Messi. And so it doesn't matter what my team is. Nobody in my house cares what my team is because when Messi's playing, my TV, we have more than one. But the TV with the surround sound, that will be watching Messi.
Let me get one guess on your team.
Even if you got it right, I wouldn't say it.
Why not, bro?
Why you always do that?
Because I try to stay objective. And I don't want to be a homer.
And spell objective.
And I want to Jamal tag out on the spelling of objective.
I have a degree.
That's why I'm asking you to take care of it for me. Yeah, you don't want to give no buddy aid, as we say that in the Army.
Man.
You don't want to give no buddy aid.
You said tag out. I thought you meant for me to tag out, and I was
I want to tag out and tag you in.
Oh, gotcha.
Woo!
But you look like a
Ric
Saunders.
Flair reference there. The tag in. So, gentlemen, okay. So there's a lot going on this weekend. I need to ask you something. If I told you that last night someone scored 20 straight points and a team outscored another team 15-9 in overtime, and I'm talking NBA preseason, and just humor me on this because some people are not preseason fans. Yeah. Hey, was Dalton Neck the?
You better respect his name, boy.
How is it?
Connect.
He actually sounds out the K.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay, so
well, the announcers do. I'll say that.
Okay,
no, that's.
But he hasn't corrected anybody.
No, that's his name.
I won't mess it up then. I won't mess it up again. Dalton Connect. Was he the steal of the draft? You know, Lakers got him at 17. Most people thought he was going to be top 10.
I hate to toot my horn, but I was saying it. I was saying it after draft night.
Tennessee.
Yes, I mean he led the SEC in scoring.
Who watches Tennessee basketball?
Whoa, Rick Barnes!
I was about to say,
don't disrespect the legend, Rick Barnes.
Hold on, that's why you're watching, because he used to be at UT.
No, I was watching. 'Cause I'm a Laker fan. So you talking about last night?
No,
we're talking about Tennessee.
Are you talking about at Tennessee?
Before, yeah.
Well, I'm just a fan of basketball.
Tennessee was ranked number 2 in March Madness.
Yeah,
I remember.
Season, so
yeah, but you know, for those of us here, you from Houston.
But look,
we wanted that game because Rick Barnes, like we wanted.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
But like anytime, look, if I'm being real, anytime a white dude hooping,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't lying.
I'm locked in, bro. I'm not gonna lie
And when
to you.
he does what stereotypically they do, that dude went 8 for 13 last night from 3.
I was watching that game like it was the NBA Finals last night.
Now why? Oh, because you're a Lakers fan.
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan.
Well done, sir. That you actually caught it. I did not.
Yeah, I was locked in. So they were down by about 6 points with about 45 to 50 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
And you know what I respect about the whole sequence is that JJ Redick was so infatuated with his team's defense. You could see him on the sideline clapping while they're on defense and like telling Bronny to switch, like, you know, because I was more so watching to see Bronny. He was going to play.
Okay.
But also like I've been watching Dalton Connect even in summer league, and so he's second in the preseason in all the NBA in 3-pointers made. Just so you know,
I just dropped Norman Powell on my fantasy basketball team to pick up Dalton after last night's.
He's going to be a big time piece for this team
because LeBron has to have shooters, and something just got unlocked last night.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at I went back and looked at the preseason numbers. The game prior to this, he took 13 threes. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get that during the season, but
he going to get looks.
They trying to see what you could do. Now, he hit 5 the previous game, but he hit 8 last night. And that's...
Well, he has such a high release. That's the thing with Dalton.
I didn't notice that.
His release is crazy because he's already about 6'7".
Yeah.
And then he jumps high, and then his release is high. So it's hard to block. And that... The game-tying shot that he hit to go into overtime was over Bol.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
God.
It was over Bol. So we're talking about a dude with a 9'8" wingspan.
Yes.
And he's shooting over him. Bucket, no rim on net. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thought it was crazy what I was watching. 20 straight points.
Can you explain to me why Anthony Davis played so much?
You just want to get
cobwebs off?
Yeah, I feel like you just want to get some conditioning in. You know, there's no better conditioning than game conditioning. So, but you know, you would hope that he's ready by now. But you know, that's a whole other conversation.
I always worry about his health, and when I see 34 minutes to I don't want to call it a meaningless game because we learned something.
We learned a lot.
You're already a Lakers fan. I side-eye him. I used to live in LA. I side-eye him, but I think we all learned something last night. Now, you went on to look at Bronny, What do you say? Let me give everybody else the quick little details. So B. James, y'all know him, Bronny, 17 minutes, went 2 for 4, didn't take a 3, went 0 for 2 from free throws. He had 2 rebounds. They were offensive rebounds, though.
Okay.
And then he the plus minus when he was in the game was plus 17. He finished with 4 points. Now, with all of that, I low key I was doing a little of that for Corey if he didn't memorize the box score.
I didn't.
But what are your thoughts now from what your eyes told you and even what those stats tell you?
What my eyes tell me is that he's inefficient on offense. He doesn't really have a good bag to do anything except on like fast break things.
Yes, sir.
I don't think he can really create for himself. I think he can create for others.
Yeah.
I do think that. I think he can drive and kick.
Yes.
Defensively, there was multiple situations where I feel like he's relying a lot on his athleticism.
Yeah, he is.
And, you know, like there was one play that I remember where he got caught up in a and one situation because, you know, he's helping backside and he's trying to bring that the help block.
Yeah.
And he jumped just immediately and do pump fakes, gets him in the air and one. And so it's like, yeah, you can go block that shot, but you got to be disciplined, you know, and you got to be patient. So like things like that, you know, I see where people were saying he could play in the league on defense.
Yeah.
Because he has the athleticism and the physical nature, but offensively, I just don't see how he's going to be able to stay on this roster and not be in the G League because he just can't. He hasn't developed offensively.
Hold on. I was hoping we could get to this conversation. I didn't know we was gonna get to it that early. Yesterday when I'm going over the topics, I was like, yeah, I want to hit them. I was gonna get it later, but we're here.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, hear me out on this. I got 2 points I just want to make quickly.
Go ahead.
Giannis's brother.
Be honest.
What about him?
When's the last time? Okay, you probably have said it. When's the last time any of y'all listening have said he needs to go to the G League? Because I'm getting tired of everybody saying Brian needs to go to the G League.
Well, I think he just needs to get out the league.
Yeah.
But he's there, and we know it's a little nepotism.
And we know why he's there,
But
though.
he's at the end of the bench and he ain't hurting nobody. So my whole thing is, why can't Bronny stay at the end of the bench and can't hurt nobody?
But you want him to grow.
Yeah, you want him to grow.
No, I really don't care.
Well, you know, but
Because
Bron does.
I see the marketing output. The jersey sales. Man, somebody I know, somebody very famous, went and bought a Bronny jersey. They never said that they was a fan of the Lakers. They from the East Coast, and they went and got that. They don't live in L.A.
I'm not buying a
They
Bron
live in
jersey,
Vegas,
yeah.
though.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I am not either. I was trying to think if I would get one for my wife because she's from L.A., but she don't care.
What number
She don't
does he
care.
wear? 9?
9.
Okay, and here's my second point. Do y'all think that 2 years that Ken Griffey played with his dad, do you think his dad was good?
At the time,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie on air. I have
Okay.
no idea. I don't remember that time.
I looked it up. I told you I was prepared for this. So he hit about 291. Now,
Alright.
his dad was an amazing player. In fact, some think that Ken Griffey Sr. goes down as, in his era, one of the best, very best, dare I say. He was just so old at that time. And, you know, that was a different day because, you know, 38, 37, that's different then than it is now. So, but he did, in his limited at-bats, old boy was hitting. He was hitting. He was doing his thing.
Pops was.
Yes. Now, the only thing I'm saying is, what was the expectations there? Did everyone think that his dad was going to be Babe Ruth that year? Or did they have it? Because they brought his dad in from, I think Cincinnati is who they brought him in from then. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what I saw then. That was my era. I was a lot young then. I'm okay with Giannis and his brother. I know what it is. I've seen his brother play before people were making jokes. I remember the Lakers had Antetokounmpo on their roster because I think they was trying to get Giannis to sway him a couple years ago before he re-signed. And I'm okay with this because I want the jersey sales. I like it that people are in the crowd chanting for Bronny. I like that. And I was just wondering,
They wanna stop
is
chanting
it
when it keeps
okay
putting
to
up
have
over
fun
10s?
with this? So y'all are against having fun.
No,
Y'all about the
no,
business.
that's not. We're about a young man not getting ridiculed on social media every time he steps on the court.
But that's gonna happen either way. Okay,
No, it's not.
So y'all say get better. I hear people saying what y'all say, and I'm just saying. So he's living with around his dad with a team, with professional facilities. What else he gonna be doing? He gonna be shooting in the gym. He gonna be working on his game.
Yeah, you can do that in the G League.
You really can.
Well, I just don't understand why you would hold a guy back from getting minutes and playing. Because as a former athlete,
Who do you wanna
can't.
bring up?
As a former athlete, you can't deny that the best way to grow is through real game experience. And so he's not gonna get real game experience on the Laker roster. He needs to play in the G League.
So who is the 12th man? Again, I'm just asking, who is the 12th man you guys would bring up and put at the end of the bench who y'all know is going to be getting some DMPs, 0 minutes, DMPs, 0 minutes?
I mean, you don't need to bring up
And
any-
is that helping that dude?
They already got vets that are 12 men. Like Jackson Hayes is probably going to be that 12th
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
Like they have vets that don't need to develop, that are just there for bodies in case someone goes down, like an AD.
Yep.
So, you know, I just feel like for Bronny's sake and just for his own sanity to get out of the national spotlight. I mean, it just kind of reminds me of Caitlin Clark, you know, like when she went on that Olympic break and everyone
Yes.
stopped talking about her, it benefited her a lot and her teammates. But also, I can't imagine what it was like for her mental health, for all the cameras not to be in her face anymore while everyone's looking at the Olympics. And with Bronny, I mean, anything he does gets posted on social media, good or bad.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, it's like, that weighs on an 18, 19, 20-year-old, you know? And so just for as a black man, as a young black man, I don't want him to be in the spotlight because he's going to be berated on social media every time he steps on the court if he's in the NBA. And I just want him to develop as a young black man to just do his job and not have to worry about what the outside noise is saying.
Okay, I'm just going to say one last item. How are we so sure that it ever was going to happen for that young man if his last name wasn't James anyway? So it's just borrowed time. Let him have his Linsanity moment. Give him the 1 or 2 years here in LA. Let him have that moment. Let's get the jerseys. Let's get the commercials. Let's do it big for the 1 or 2 years. Because if his name wasn't Bronny James and he was just insert kid from USC who had what did he average 5 points a game? He wouldn't have made it to the league, normally. So
Not one and done.
it's borrowed time.
But Douglas, I don't think you're crediting the fact that Linsanity worked because Lynn was good.
Oh, I saw him in college. I'd love to tell you about that.
Linsanity worked because he was dropping 30 and 10 every night.
He was.
Bronny is not doing that. Bronny is going to be 0 for 5 with 2 turnovers, and people are going to be killing him.
Wait, he ain't gonna get a bucket?
No, he'll get a couple free throws.
What? Not last night.
Yeah, what he got? He got 6. But like that's the thing, though, bro. Like I get what you're saying. That he
Yeah.
has the potential to be a superstar. Like when it comes to like popularity.
Yes, sir.
But you have to be good to be popular. If not, you're going to be bullied. And so he's going to be bullied if he continues to be on the Lakers. And he's going to be daddy's son. And he's going to call him Papa Bron. You know, all these memes are going to be going around. I just don't want that for him. I want him to just be able to be an NBA player and not worry about what people are saying about him.
Who's that really tall dude? It's like Barbon. What was his name?
Boban.
Boban.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bogdanovich.
Yes. His last name's Bogdanovich.
Oh, not Bogdanovich.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Boban,
But it's Boban.
it's Boban. Yeah, it's
you can
What is his
close.
last name?
It's a
Pronounce
itch.
his last name.
It's a itch.
Now I'm about to look it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, Marjanovic. I got it.
There we go.
Boban Marjanovic. So, he just bid adieu to the NBA. He's 36.
Yeah.
And so he's going to go overseas so he can still, get some European love because he played in the NBA.
Beloved, by the way.
But I think we all know, and I'm sorry, Dallas Mavericks fans. I know he got a love when he was with the Mavs. We're going to come back to it. But I just want to remember about him and his notoriety. He's in every commercial.
Yeah.
And you would never pick him for your starting 5.
I mean, he had a couple
height.
seasons where he was low-key pretty decent.
Maybe on a per minute basis.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was pretty decent.
Maybe.
He was effective.
All right. We have someone live. You are on the air. Hello.
Yes, how y'all doing?
We doing good. We are.
I hear you all commenting about the James. Well, too good. Bronny is a James, and he's in a good spot. And it is so early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people discussing it. I mean, he got favor. His dad paved the way. So all he got to do is be there and do something. And he may get there and he may not. But he's already there with favor.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's the way it is. He's a James. His
Yeah.
dad done paved the way.
So I will liken it to this. Gentlemen, you know that there are a couple sons that Trump has, and they're famous. Have they done anything to impress you guys at all? I'm gonna say no, but I'm just curious. But he's got that he's got that Trump name, and we see them on TV, on different people's podcasts. For what? They ain't did nothing, and that's
Because they Trump.
Yes.
So why people talking about Barney? That's what I can't understand. Why are we discussing that?
Yeah.
He has favor.
Damn right, I'ma help my kid out. I want my kid with me. I'm on borrowed time. I'm in my. Is this starting his 21st year in the league for LeBron?
Yeah.
So I'm on my 21st year. I didn't think I'd be playing this long. Man, let me enjoy going on some road trips with my son.
Right. And he's still doing things. Got his son coming behind him. He ought to pull that other one in too.
And do you
he
know?
will be there soon.
You know how great your wife is treating you when you pulled your strings and got her baby in the league?
Yeah.
Savannah giving him foot rubs every night.
It's not discussed. It's been going on.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. No, it happens in so many other places.
I wanted to also talk a little bit about this game. Get everybody's opinion here. Who's going to win?
Ooh. Now, so we have a lot of people streaming. You're talking University of Texas football versus University of Georgia, correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want Jamal, because Jamal is a local dude. I want to know what he says if he's going to be objective. So I'd like him to go first, ma'am.
I mean,
Okay.
I have UT winning just from watching what Carson Beck did at Alabama, and now he's coming to Austin to play against Texas. And I personally think UT's roster is better than Alabama's this year. So I'm going to go with UT.
And Georgia.
Okay. All right.
I think that too. After I looked at that defense last week, I said, wow, they going to beat Georgia.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a good chance.
Okay.
Texas just ready on this big stage. That's all it is.
Ma'am, I am going to say, pausing for effect, Georgia's going to steal it. And here's why I say.
The door is literally right there.
I think they have a little chip on their shoulder, and I think they want to prove something. And so that's the only reason why I'm saying it. I am not a fan of either. I can't wait to see the game. But no, if you ask me and I want to go a different way, that's why I want to go a different way. I believe they have something to prove. I don't feel personally, I can't wait to hear Corey, I don't feel personally that Texas is as motivated for this game as I think Georgia is. I think Georgia has something to prove. Corey, what say you? The question.
Let me ask you a question. Was Georgia not motivated to beat Bama?
Well, they tried.
Answer the question.
Carson Beck made a mistake. He misfigured on that last
was Georgia
interception.
not motivated to beat Bama?
It was a good
Especially
game.
after last year when who beat Georgia to end their season?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, they did.
Who kept Georgia out of the college football playoff? Alabama.
Yeah.
You telling me they weren't motivated to beat Bama?
Yeah.
And did they beat Bama?
They did not.
Okay, so no, Texas is winning this game on Saturday.
Ooh.
The
That's
motivation.
what I think.
The motivation,
I said,
yeah.
why they on a big stage and ready to?
Motivation don't mean nothing.
My last thing. I'm following Vanderbilt.
Ooh.
I'm calling them the Cinderella team.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am, thank you for calling in. We're going to take this on the other side. You were a great call. You're listening to
Thank you.
Fans View, KZI 88.7 FM. Corey Mose from KZI 88.7 FM, The Fans View. Jamal January brought us back in. Corey Mose from K-View. Corey, I really like what you did there. You took me off the ledge.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the normal Douglas drama dude, but I mean,
you look. I'm not saying Georgia can't beat Texas. It's just the argument you made off top. Yeah, I'm going to discredit that.
it's the first one I could go to.
I'm gonna
It's like
discredit that.
it was the easy fruit that I went to.
You know what you could have gone to?
What?
Texas is 0-20 at home against top 5 ranked teams since 2000.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's trash.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a new day. I feel like where we are right now, these
said that's
Sarkeesian
trash.
years,
Only 20?
I feel different about them
I do
now
too. I do too.
than I did, not counting Vince Young years.
And the last
So-
time they played a top 5 team was against Bama 2 years ago. You remember that game with
Oh,
Bryce
yeah.
Young?
Sark's first year?
Yeah, Sark. No, that was Sark's second year. It's when they went 8-5. Yeah, because I was working here. Sark's first year, I wasn't here yet. They went 5-7 his first year. Sark's been here. This is his 4th year. And so, yeah, 2 years ago when Bryce Young came into town, I forgot. And to me, this shows you how much Sark has done for this program.
Yeah.
They were 3 touchdown underdogs when Bama came to Texas 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. They were 21-point dogs.
Yeah.
Now they're 3-point favorites to Georgia 2 years later. Like, the progression and the development of this program is not talked about enough, and I don't think Sark gets enough credit for that. But, man, what a turn of events in 730 days later.
No. So what I said there, we see y'all different. People outside of Texas, no, there's spec on that name now. Like, we see it differently these last few years, and it's a powerhouse. So I want to do it quick. I want to give some love. Appreciate the young lady for calling in. She said Vanderbilt. She said this is the Cinderella team, the darlings. So they beat to start the season, first game of the season. Remember, they had that overtime thriller versus Virginia Tech, where everyone was like, "Hey, Virginia Tech, powerhouse of the ACC," especially during the Mike Vick years. But y'all should have smacked around.
How long ago was
Vandy.
that?
That was the first game. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they had a running quarterback that came after his Tyrod Taylor.
Yep.
They had Tyrod. They had the Tyrod years. They were respectable.
They had Marcus for a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
Marcus Vick.
Yeah.
No, they sure did.
Yeah, they did.
I'll
Yeah.
look at that name in a minute.
Yeah, we yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
gonna come back to that. Y'all stirring up some Virginia thoughts and memories here. Now I'm about to be a homer. I never want to be a homer. About to be a homer and talking about the Vicks.
Boy, about to get his Lynchburg.
Then they went down there. Hey, that's where Liberty is. Malik Willis won a couple games. Alcorn State. They beat them 55-0 right after that. So that's a smack around. Sorry, Braves. I don't know what y'all was doing. And then they lost in Atlanta to Georgia State. Now, them Atlanta streets are undefeated, gentlemen. They
How
only
you know?
lost by 4. Used to live there, and then I had to travel there
You
for
been
a
to
few
Magic?
times. Yes, and I didn't even
Are
have
the
to pay.
wings? Are the wings good?
Oh, they're popping. I ate food while I was there too.
Lemon pepper?
I didn't have to pay while I was there too. Fraternity brother had me.
Oh, you got into Magic City for free?
Yeah, my fraternity brother owns a club there,
Interesting.
and him and his fiance, they took care of me.
Your wife know about this?
Oh yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah. In fact, she's impressed by it.
Oh, wow.
'Cause she runs the wallet at the house, and she's like, "You had all that for free?" We weren't together at that time though.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't met her
Okay,
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on my way to LA because that's why I was in town. I was trying to decide: do I take the job? Do I take the job in Houston or do I take the job in Atlanta? I took the job in Houston.
Smart play.
It was a bad move.
What?
The job. Houston
I'm
was
about to say
amazing.
too many distractions.
The job
right
was
there.
a huge.
Over again, the Magic
and then I
City
ended
for
up.
free. You don't
I
need to
flipped
do
to LA after that. Had a job I couldn't refuse in LA, so I took that just to have something. All right, and then they went and lost again to number 7 ranked Missouri. We're not going to hate on them for that, right? It went to overtime. Double overtime. Can we give some love there?
No, in fact, I mean,
respect that.
Look, I think last week we talked about how good
Yeah.
this Vanderbilt team is, especially with some of the Austin guys and honestly the Texas guys that they have.
Yeah.
They recruit well in state.
Yeah.
And you know, I will say this though, like I think I found out a lot about them last week, the most, because they went against a team in Kentucky who I also had questions about if they're legit.
Yes.
You know, because they went toe to toe with Georgia, and then they beat who they beat the week before. Kentucky did.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
beat Ole Miss the
Yeah.
week before.
A top 10 ranked Ole Miss team.
So
by
the
way.
question was like, who was more legit, Vandy or Kentucky? And then Vandy pulled out that dub. So like, yeah, they earned a lot of respect from me.
And it was at Kentucky, for those who don't know. They went to Kentucky
Yeah.
and
Volcano trying to take your
gave it to them. Got out of there with a win. So,
But I wouldn't
The
call them
only bad
Cinderella though. I think Cinderella right now.
what else do you need from them?
I mean, I need them to be undefeated like Army and Navy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a great point. That is a great point.
No. When she says Cinderella, she doesn't mean chalk. That's the thing. You don't see them coming. So they got Ball State next. That's a home game for them. Let's just say they get it. I don't really care about Ball State fans. Please call in 512-836-2887 if you're a Ball State fan. How about them Cardinals? And then Texas is right after that. Number 1, Texas. And then they'll have Auburn. They'll have South Carolina. Number 8, LSU. Come on, man. If they play Texas well, I won't even say a win. I've already made Longhorn fans mad with me trying to say Georgia was going to win. Let's say they just play them good. And then maybe they beat LSU. And I know that lady's going to call up. Can we give them some love then? Would that impress you then?
What are you talking? We
To
have
be
been
a
giving them
Cinderella.
love. We have been giving them love.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I respect them. I just said that. I think after beating Kentucky, they got my respect.
Oh.
But I will say, like, I got more respect for Army and Navy right now
Yeah.
because they're undefeated.
Wing
because
T.
they're wing T offense. They don't throw the ball. And mind you, they're averaging nearly 50 points a game, and they're only giving up 12 points a game. And so,
You know what's funny? Like, I think both of those teams got Notre Dame coming up in their schedules too. So it's literally like
interesting.
that's
And another team that I'm like shocked by is Indiana.
yeah,
Oh, my gosh.
I had no idea they were decent.
because we're talking about football, not basketball. The Hoosiers.
Yeah.
They were nice with Penix when Penix was there for a little bit.
It's a basketball state. For sure. No, I am very curious later on about this this Army Navy setup.
Exactly.
And them both being in the top 25. We'll get to that. All right, so ma'am, we talked a little Vanderbilt. I hope you're happy because that's asking a lot, but we gave it to you. They're 4-2. They're fifth in the SEC. Top 5. No one would have expected that coming into the season. So
Nah,
top 5 in
nah.
the SEC. So
But I mean, the whole
Respect
SEC
that.
is flipped around though. It's not
Yeah.
just them. Like I said, Kentucky. No one thought they would be any good. Honestly, a lot of people thought Ole Miss would be better than what they are right now.
Yeah.
What do you guys' take on 5-star quarterback Jarrett Curtis decommitting from 2026 Georgia class? Do you guys bat an eye on that at all? Because I've seen it's been getting its rounds, and I'm wondering if I missed it. And I don't want to homer it because I moved here from Georgia. I don't want to be too close to it. Are you guys interested in that?
I mean, who's Georgia's backup right now? Is it Gunner? Gunner Stockton? Is that his name?
I thought it was Jaden
Or
Rashada.
Jaden Rashad, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably just looking at somewhere he can go play.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, I
instead
just
of
think that's what
instead
it
of
is.
fighting for the position.
Yeah.
And especially the Jaden Rashada kid. I mean, he's elite, and he's only a freshman. So if this kid were to go to Georgia, he's have to wait behind or try to beat out this guy that's crazy good.
It's all about what film you can get out there immediately. you
Yes.
know?
Yeah. So what I wanted to offer was my appreciation of this young man and how he's conducting himself. That he could have said it more plainly like y'all said it, but what he said was, "Hey, I talked to Coach Smart today, and I don't want to be fake with them if I'm still kind of curious about other situations. So I want to make sure I explore all my options before I commit, and that's why I wanted to decommit so that I could go on other visits and not." So I like that answer.
He's a 5-star, you said?
He's a 5-star.
Yeah, he's waiting on somebody to throw down some NIL money.
Yeah,
That's exactly
waiting
what
for
I
the
was
bread.
thinking.
Waiting for the
This
bread.
is the NIL. Okay. Well then,
Watch, he gonna come and play for some school in Texas. Not UT, though.
Yeah, now you too.
you think ooh,
Could be
if
A&M.
someone else in the SEC gets him,
I don't know. I really like that backup at A&M.
Marcel Reed.
Yeah, really like.
Black kid. Yeah, he's nice.
I just if another team now that the Longhorns are in the SEC, we got to play those SEC games, right? So another team in the SEC could get them. I mean, that's a feud, isn't it?
I mean, we don't know how good this kid's gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all hypotheses at
Yeah.
this point. Like, I mean, cool, got a 5-star. If you get him, you get him. If you don't, you
Yeah.
don't. We'll see what happens when you develop.
Yeah, will he play like?
Yeah, will he
Stars
play?
or
I
any
mean,
question?
Well,
Ewers didn't play
As a
more than
freshman,
20
he set the
snaps
world
at
on
Ohio
fire.
State.
That's what started it. If you guys weren't familiar,
Who?
as a freshman, he set the world on fire.
I mean, every
Yeah.
5-star does though. I
Okay.
mean,
Whoa.
Quinn Ewers did the same thing at South Lake Carroll.
Where I'm gonna throw you a 5.
Kyler Murray did the same thing.
What's his name? Gosh, what's his name? He was Amon Ra's quarterback in high school.
Amon Ra?
Amon Ra's quarterback in high school. What's his name? He transferred to like 5 schools, man. He ended up at Rice at one point.
Oh, JT Barrett.
Thank
No,
you.
not
No,
JT
Daniel-
Barrett.
Daniels, right?
JT Daniels.
Yeah,
there you
Daniels.
go.
5-star, but
Boy went around the country. Boy. He started at USC.
USC. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he eventually went to West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
Take me home.
And then, yeah, he ended up
think
in
Rice.
Rice.
I think it was
Just
Rice.
3 schools?
I think it
All
was
right.
3.
Yeah. Because he faced Texas 3 times.
He did.
In his career.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Got beat every time. Got waxed every time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And now he's coaching, I think.
Yeah. Crazy.
Life comes at you fast.
Just like the Saints last night.
Hey,
It
when
looked horrible, bro.
I turned it off.
that was
I feel
bad.
bad for Spencer Rattler.
Bad.
Am I like wrong, or is Thursday night football just hasn't been that great?
Well, they continue to have
Well-
these horrible like for the last 2 years. I feel like Thursday night football has had the worst matchups.
Yes. I thought they were trying their best, but I mean, on paper, if Carr would have been healthy after they put up 91 points in those first 2 games, come on,
Okay,
that
it's
could have been
still
it
Denver.
could have been a show
It's
last.
still
night.
Denver, though.
Go look at how many stats
Go
Alvin
Knicks.
Kamara had.
Oh.
It was like 10 or 15 or something like that. At like with 4 minutes left in the fourth
Yes.
quarter.
Yes.
Well, they knew like make Spencer Rattler beat us.
Yeah.
With no receivers. I mean, Rashid Shaheed is out. Chris Olave was out. I mean, who
Devontae
did?
didn't come through.
They're relying on Tipton.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah, I know.
Johnson.
I know.
I have no idea who these guys are. No, Taysom Hill, like he was hurt.
Nah, wait, he's
Yep.
on the Broncos. I was gonna give a shout out to the Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah, he did catch a pass yesterday
did,
though.
I saw that.
Little Jordan.
And I guess we were depending on Moreau to do
Who?
something.
Oh, Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, the offense. I mean,
it was ugly. So then if I tell y'all next week it's gonna get better, would you believe me? Before I tell you,
ain't Texans coming up pretty soon?
it's Minnesota, Los Angeles next week.
Rams.
Yep.
For Thursday night.
Yep.
That could be a blowout though. Well, Cup should be back by then. So
Okay, and healthy. And then the week after that, if I told you it was them boys, the
Lord have
Houston
mercy.
Texans.
Oh, okay, back.
So
America's
you'll
team.
allow it? You'll allow
America's
that?
team.
Oh, that's wait.
Woo!
So, wait, it's Cowboys versus Texans.
Nope. It's them boys, the real boys.
got you,
It's
got
the
you.
Houston Texans versus the Aaron Rodgers.
I was gonna say that's literally perfect because that's on Thursday, and then Friday I get Travis and Corey in here at the same time.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do play each other later.
That would
yeah.
be great. Yeah. So that's a good matchup.
Texans
if
and Jets, yeah.
Rodgers is healthy now that he's got
should
Devontae
be.
Adams. That looks good.
Yeah, he should
Then after that, Joe Cool and Baltimore.
All right.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so
it looks. That
we
looks
got some
like a-
potential.
Yeah, so it could get better before it gets boring again. And then we'll have Washington and Philadelphia. So we get to see some Jaden Daniels, and we get to focus. There's no other games on, and we get to only look at Jaden Daniels versus Jalen Hurts.
That would be nice.
Oh.
By the way, I did say last week that the Ravens had a plan for that man for his running game. They held Jaden Daniels to 22 yards. Just
Yeah.
throwing that out there.
Talk your
say
stuff.
it. I did.
I think they lead the league in rushing defense. Baltimore does. They're like that, bro.
That was a great game.
It was a great game.
I enjoyed that
It was
game.
cool seeing it too because I mean, like Jamal said last week, it was like the prodigy and like the Jedi. I don't know Star Wars terminology. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Padawan.
Padawan.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Padawan
cool,
learns
cool.
from the Jedi Knight.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's all right. I
Yeah.
don't mind letting my blurred show.
You're blurred.
Yeah.
Black nerdness?
Yes, sir. You didn't?
No, bro.
That's not in your lexicon.
Not at all.
Young Buck, y'all
thought
don't
you-
have that.
No, I thought you were saying blood and just an accent.
Whoa! I did not know that was. I thought that trickled down. Like y'all's generations would have caught that too. Okay.
I mean,
all
I use
right.
context clues to figure it
Yeah.
out. But
No. Okay. That's
My
new to
blood.
me. So. It will get better when it comes to that.
Okay, that's good.
If we're going to talk one or two things, this weekend, NFL,
Mm-hmm.
I just got to know if there's a few games that are going to catch you guys' eye. Since we were talking that was boring last night, can I perk you up if I tell you that there's a boy that's coming back home and he's got something to say? Philadelphia and the Saquon Barkley
No, that game's gonna
are
be-
coming back home to New York, and he's got to say, "Oh, y'all let me go? That's your boy right there. You gonna get all that money? That's your boy.
Take it
That's
over.
who you rolling with."
bet every over for Saquon.
Every
Bet every over
Oh
for
my
Saquon.
gosh, he is going to try. I guarantee you, and he probably has a great relationship with Jalen Hurts. Watch the sideline. I guarantee you, he's in Jalen's face every time on the sideline saying, "Bro, just give it to me. Give it to me. Give me a dump off that I'll drop, but give me a dump off throw. Give me option in. Don't do the read. Actually, give it to me. He's gonna want it."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup.
New York.
Also, Houston going out to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Battle of the young superstars.
Yo, Jordan Love, man.
and CJ
I
Stroud.
am impressed. That front office up there in Green Bay, they didn't miss on Brett Favre.
No.
Because Atlanta would have let him die behind Billy Joe Abear, I think his name was. Then they go and they draft the next heir apparent,
Yep.
and they sat him. And look who he turned out to be. And then they went and go Jordan Love. Who can go 3 for 3 like that? I'll wait.
No, I mean it's hard. The
And
draft
they
is
did.
hard.
I'm
And then
impressed.
you draft a guy like Jaden Reed late.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, you draft a guy like Dontavius Wicks.
Ugh.
I mean, I believe they drafted Romeo Dobbs as well.
Yes.
And so like you got a lot of dudes that you grew yourself. Pretty sure they drafted Aaron Jones before they let him walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Christian Watson, when he's healthy.
Christian Watson when he's healthy.
When he's healthy,
Yeah.
that boy bad.
I mean that Green Bay. We've all known Green Bay is one of the best, well-run organizations in the league.
Yeah.
And their fan base is great. I mean, it's like a college town from one of my homies. Of what they tell me, because my homie used to work in Green Bay as a sports anchor out
I've
there.
heard it too.
And like he said, I mean, it's just the Packers. That's all people care about is just the Packers, like a college town out there. So it should be a crazy environment, especially for Houston going out there. I think it's the first time they're playing them in Green Bay since like 2015. So it's been a minute since they've been out to Lambeau.
At least you ain't got to go when it's cold.
Exactly.
When you from Houston.
Exactly.
Them
Exactly.
Houston boys, they don't want none of that frozen tundra.
Well,
Yeah.
CJ played at Ohio State.
That is true.
So he knows. He's
But
prepped for
his
it.
about that.
receivers got to be able to open up them hands.
Yeah,
and-
Tank Dell from H-Town, boy.
Good
Tank
boy.
Dell.
Hey, what high school? Do you know?
Nah, he's not from H-Town. He's
Oh,
from Florida.
okay.
He went to U of H, though.
Florida.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, y'all get them. Y'all get to claim them.
Yeah, we claim him.
So
But now you're going to go
the fighting
Jets, right?
Aaron Rodgers, yes sir, versus Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You think?
Hey, lock that in, bro. That's my lock of the week, bro. Plus 1.5 Jets.
Yeah.
Lock it.
Oh,
Boy,
okay.
lock it.
And
It's
that's- that
Russell
one
Wilson,
coming.
bro.
Yeah. A rusty Russell.
Rusty
I just
Russell.
don't understand why you don't go with Jay Fields, bro.
Well, there-
I do understand.
The
bro.
age-old adage: you can't lose your job from injury,
Yeah.
and he's a player's kind of coach. Tomlin, kinda.
Well, he's fair.
Hold on.
I think he's a fair coach. And I think he knows that like coming into the season, Russell was a starter. So I think what Tomlin's doing, I think the best case scenario is Russ stinks it up, gets obliterated by the Jets this week, maybe plays bad again next week, which then Tomlin's like, all right, guess we gotta go with the young
Yeah.
kid,
Well-
even though he really wants to go with the young
Yeah.
kid.
I think I saw something too. I could be completely wrong, but I saw someone post if Justin Fields plays 51% of Steelers snaps this season, the Steelers round pick that they sent to the Bears would turn into a 4th round pick. So I think that not too many people know that, and I think that's why Russell is getting this.
Bears fans know that.
Yeah, they do. Bears fans
Dang.
definitely know that.
Yeah, they know that. Okay, Kansas City at San Francisco.
Yeah, Rematch, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Different teams though.
And it's
a
a
lot of
home game
injuries.
for
A lot.
yeah.
No Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Maybe not
Jordan Mason, it might be down. Hey, but Guerindo looked really good last game. If he wouldn't have, he could have ran into the end zone and got some of us. I didn't have him some more fantasy points, but he decided to chew clock.
Yeah.
And then even Patrick Taylor looked good in the.
Yeah, he did.
So another great organization.
But I mean, that scheme is. A lot of people talk about Brock Purdy being a system quarterback.
Yeah.
Which is totally asinine at this point. Because he's a great quarterback, but I would argue it's a running back system. I mean, every single person who runs the football in that system gets 100 yards.
Looks good.
Dating back to like Elijah Mitchell.
Yep.
Like Elijah Mitchell used to get a lot of carries,
Yes, sir.
100-yard games. Jordan Mason comes in doing his thing. Garindo comes in doing his thing.
There was a fast guy.
Matthew Breida.
Yep, Breida. Good job, sir.
Just
Yeah.
like, bro, anybody who's running behind that scheme
Looks good.
looks good.
Yep.
So, how good are the running backs, but how good is the scheme?
Just plug and play.
Point.
Okay, so Carolina at Washington. The Red Rifle gonna do something
I'm
here?
gonna bet every over for
The Washington.
the Washington offense. That Carolina sucks.
They're so bad. And it's like, you're laughing, but it's not even funny.
They gotta win.
Like I said, like how I talk about the Pistons, there's no way. You guys keep getting a top draft pick. They didn't get one last year, but you keep getting a top draft pick each year. Y'all still don't make any improvements. What is going on over there at that organization, man?
What y'all not gonna do is talk about the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, is that your team?
Nope.
You got
Why
the
you-
the
My
time.
mama live in
Why you
Carolina,
care?
though. My family from
I
Carolina.
got family in Carolina too. I don't give a rip.
What I'm saying is, y'all ain't saying. Okay, when we get to the Jacksonville Jaguars and Money Man
I mean, they're trash too.
Trevor Lawrence and all that money he got,
Didn't they win last week?
they still got the same amount of wins as Carolina. One. Okay, what about the Patriots? And the
Hey.
Browns and
Drake
Deshaun
May.
Watson.
Drake May.
I got ahead of myself there.
Drake May.
I'm rooting for Mayo, so I didn't really want to do that to Mayo, but yes, Drake May, and then let's move on to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh yeah, the Browns are god awful.
This is a bad
They
year
can't move
for the
ball.
NFL.
Well, but Chubb is coming back.
I do not want to see Chubb
I do not
play. I'm
want to.
tired of
I
seeing.
do. He's on my fantasy team.
I don't watch those injuries.
Why did you
I'm
draft
scared.
Whoa! For moments like this, when I'm 3-3, Chubb comes back. He's gonna boost the team up.
You mean
you
Chubb
said-
is gonna come back and go right back to where he was?
Yes.
Oh,
Why
here's
not?
what I can tell you. He's
Why
not
not?
going to stay on that team when he comes back.
He
He's
is.
getting traded.
No, he's not.
Somebody's going to take Nick Chubb.
you didn't just-
if he looks good, he gone.
You didn't see the letter that he just wrote to the city. of
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Cleveland got my back.
Yeah, they're not trading that man.
What?
They literally said in the letter they could have traded me, and they didn't. And so they could have cut me, and they
Somebody
didn't.
offer you something?
Watch the G for to go. Oh yeah, watch this.
Hey, hold
It
my
is
beer.
the Browns organization.
Hold my beer.
It is the Browns organization. Let's talk about who the people they let go. We talked about this last week. Baker Mayfield. Let me tell you how good he's doing right now. 4-2.
I wouldn't
Joe
put that.
Flacco
No,
and-
wait. Before we get past that, we're not gonna put Baker Mayfield on the Browns. Baker Mayfield is now associated with Carolina. Carolina let Baker go before going to Tampa Bay. Let's not act like that whole stint in Carolina didn't happen.
I'm talking about the Browns organization.
No, but you
'Cause
can't-
You make it sound like
No,
they're
bro,
gonna be
bro.
so resolved and they won't let Nick Chubb go.
No, I'm
because
not-
they're a great organization.
I didn't. Those words never came out of my mouth.
No, that's what you make it sound like.
I'm sounding like Chubb means so much to the city that they're not gonna let him
What
go.
does that have to do? Joe Flacco took them to the playoffs last year. They let him go.
What does he have to do with the city? You just said Joe
The-
Flacco means much to the team.
Feels good.
To the team.
You don't think Browns fans were happy to make it to the playoffs? Playoffs?
He's not doing philanthropy events in the city. He's not doing different things in the
don't know
elementary
what Joe
schools and the
Cool-
middle schools. Okay.
He's not a Cleveland Cavaliers ambassador like Myles Garrett.
Facts.
Don't ask
There's
me.
just some guys that just mean like Andre Johnson was that for Houston. Like
yeah.
we were never going to trade Andre, no matter how bad he played. And it took for him to leave himself in free agency to do that. Now, will they give Chubb that option? Hell yeah, they would. I bet. But right now, it's like No.
No.
They're not
Okay.
going to trade him away. They're not going to cut him.
What
But if he
about
wants to
a
leave-
measure of goodwill? You work so hard to get back. Sorry, you're not going to have. This will be a fruitless year. A contender came calling. Would you like to go?
I think that's fair, for sure. I think that's fair, but they're just not going to trade him like they did Amari. I mean, he means too much.
I think it's a fire sale in Cleveland because they need a way to really stink it up and recover something from Deshaun Watson. So if they can stink up this year, get a high draft pick, and they can go get a number 1 pick and go get Shador.
All right, here you go. With all these
Have you seen the mock drafts?
hypotheticals,
No.
are crazy.
I've seen Jalen Milroe getting drafted by Cleveland.
Oh, I'm
I've
sorry,
seen,
Jalen.
I've seen Cam Ward. I've seen that one too.
Anybody you say,
Why
I'd
two black
say I'm
quarterbacks?
sorry.
I don't know why.
Go to
I saw
Cleveland?
both of those.
Ugh. Send Carson Beck to
Yeah, send Dylan Gabriel over there.
man.
Carson Beck would die in Cleveland. Oh my gosh.
No thanks.
He's already
man.
not good, man.
Nobody wants to go there. So yeah. And the Los Angeles Rams are they got the same amount of wins as Carolina. So
Well, that's because they're depleted.
Yeah.
it don't matter.
It does matter. Look at the Saints
it's a
last night.
55-man roster.
Look at the Saints last night.
And
it doesn't matter to them.
There should be backups to
You were
backups.
just saying, what if they had Derek Carr?
Okay, so I'm gonna offer somebody to you. The New Orleans Saints. They're hurt.
Yeah.
And they got more wins. You know how bad they looked last night, but they still got more wins
When
than-
everybody was
than
healthy.
all the other teams I told you.
When everybody was healthy.
We'll see if we still saying the same thing in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
when
bro.
Carr comes back.
Yeah. We'll see what that record is.
With no
Hey, do
wide
they
receiver
keep
core.
Carr?
I mean,
'Cause this
that
season
organization
is done.
I mean, they should. I don't know,
Ship
bro.
him
Like
to a
that whole
contender.
organization is jacked up right now.
Because I was gonna say, what if you shipped him to Miami?
I would love that.
Carr.
I would absolutely love that.
Derek Carr. I mean,
Because I
I
saw him
wouldn't
on the
hate it.
sideline last night, and it just occurred to me, you know what? Let's just see what we got in Rattler. This is a wasted season anyway. Send him to Miami and get what you can.
why not send Matthew Stafford to New York?
Oh, I like that.
Instead of having to draft?
A wily veteran, he can handle the media. His wife won't be able to handle.
He
the
already got a
media.
young receiving core.
His wife though, man, he got to keep her out the.
Didn't the Jets also pick Jordan Travis up?
Oh yeah, Jets.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about Giants though.
Oh, Giants. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, pff,
Yeah, send Matthew Stafford to the Giants.
Okay, we got to go to a break. We'll come back at the top of the hour. You listen to the Fans View. Corey Mose from K-View, Jamal January. I'm Douglas Paul Washington II. And we'll coming back to the 11 o'clock hour. This will be our last hour. Hey, if y'all want us for 3 hours, y'all hit up the station manager. Let them know.
sign the petition.
Yeah. Tell that dude, hey, we need more. We need more. But all jokes aside, you listen to KZI 88.7 FM, broadcasting live from Austin, Texas, home of the Texas Longhorns. Y'all knew that, right? If you're not from here, y'all knew that that's where the Longhorns were? Like, did y'all put them in Houston? Did you put them in Dallas? You can call up 512-836-2887. We won't laugh at your lack of geographical knowledge. We won't laugh at it. But we just want to know. Like, did you not know that? So, we were talking a little bit off air. A lot was going on. I would have loved to have gotten to. Gentlemen, before we get off of the NFL, I just want to ask you one other little question about that schedule for the weekend. Detroit, Minnesota. I think that one has to be a highlight game because now it's at Minnesota, so we're gonna get the Nordic dude banging on the drum. Sam Darnold. It's official. There's no more jokes attached to Sam Darnold. He now has respect, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Okay.
but I do think he will lose that respect this weekend.
Oh,
One
wow.
game. Why? He'd have the same record as the Lions.
I just think I think he's going to look bad against that Detroit defense. To me, this just feels like a game
Yeah.
that Detroit's coming in against a division foe who's undefeated, and the mentality and the toughness and just the head-heartedness that the Lions give out with Dan Campbell, they're going into that stadium looking to make a statement.
Oh my God.
And they already made a statement against Dallas last week.
Yes, sir.
And they came out unscathed with And he made, well, that's a lie because Aiden Hutchinson got hurt.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss. But
It
at the end
is.
of the day, it's like they're trying to prove everybody, like, hey, we went to the NFC Championship last year, and we're still that same team, and we're going to beat our division foe pretty bad at home.
Hey, Hassan Reddick, holla at your boys up in
Low key,
Detroit.
bro, like,
That would be a good
that
place
should
for
be
you
the
to
first
go.
call if I'm Detroit or Max Crosby.
Yeah. All right, we got someone that called in. You're live on the air.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
Yo, what's up, H-Town? What's up, H-Town? How you living?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man, but I'm not feeling too good, man, because
Uh-oh.
I'm still mad about last week, man. You know.
What
You knew it was
in
coming, though.
particular? Are you talking about a 47-9 drag fest? Is that what you're referring to?
Was that 9 or 3?
Yeah, same difference, to be honest. 3 field goals or
Yeah, but you know, man, I'm not too mad at Texas, man. You know, because Texas juggers all over the field. You know, defense and offense. You know, and you know, y'all look like a championship team, Texas. You know, so.
you're talking about that
I was
game.
kind of upset about that. You know, so.
Hey, brother, look. You are amongst friends, so you don't have to. You don't have to be short. You could tell us how you really feel, and
That's I'm telling you how I really feel.
so
Man,
there's some Longhorns coming in the mail to you. You'll wear it proudly.
Say what?
You'll wear some Longhorn paraphernalia proudly if I send you a T-shirt.
Well, sir,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to reject. I'm gonna have to reject that.
You don't like gifts?
Yeah, brother, I'm showing you some goodwill here. It's cold.
Yeah, I can understand. But you can send me an Oklahoma shirt.
You don't want that.
I can't find that nowhere around
Yeah,
here.
You don't want to rep that.
I'm not. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna turn my back on Oklahoma. I'm not gonna turn my back on the Cowboys. I'm not gonna do it.
You're going to turn your back on Venables, though, huh?
Yes, he
Yeah,
will.
yeah. You know what? Man, I was talking about Beck Benefits last year
You
in the
were.
Big 12.
You were.
And
Yes.
Beck Benefits, man, they were talking about Beck Benefits on TV.
Look, Mr. Oklahoma. For those who don't know, this
Yes,
is
sir.
longtime caller, Mr. Oklahoma, aptly named. Sir, 3 points.
Yes, sir.
That is about as bad, and you got that in the first quarter. That means it was a bunch of
yes, sir.
offers, 0, 0, 0, 0 afters. When did you cut the game off? Don't tell me you watched it all the way to the end.
I watched it all the way to the end.
Why?
Because
Crazy.
only somebody I can give props to is Michael Hawkins.
Because
He tried his best. He didn't have no help. So I got to give that man props. You know what I'm saying? He did the best he could to be a young man freshman.
yeah. Well, yeah, he was running for his life. Now, he rushed the ball
That's right.
20 times. For a quarterback
That's
to
right.
run 20 times and only get 27 yards?
And a fumble.
Yeah.
Right. That's ugly. And his longest run was only 11 yards, like 1 first down. Like that's the longest. Yeah, he was just running for his life. I think he had to do that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it. That's,
He did
that's
have
all
to
you
do
got.
that. He had to do that, man, because I kind of felt sorry for him, but he didn't have no help. You know,
That
and
was
I'm gonna
ugly.
say, I think, you know, because I think Brett Benefits, I think it's time for him to go, and some of the offensive coach, you know, I think it's time for some of those coaches to go, man. I really do.
All right. 18th ranked. You guys are 4-2, 1-2 in the conference. It's a little early. There could be some 2-win teams make it to the playoffs. It's not over yet.
You mean two loss?
2 loss teams that could make it to the playoffs.
You talking about Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Bro, their season's cooked. What are we talking about, bro? We're not
Yeah,
going to entertain
yeah.
this, bro. We're not about to entertain it.
Yeah.
We gonna kick a man while he's
We're
down,
not-
Corey.
He just said yes. He agreed.
Yeah, you know what, man? Y'all qualified for a bowl game because y'all won 6 games.
Yes.
And we got kicked out. We got kicked out the top 25.
Yeah. And it don't get easier.
So
Still got Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
yeah.
got Missouri. Still
Yeah.
got Bama.
Yeah.
Still got
Double
LSU.
digits. Yes.
yeah.
I mean, y'all are
yeah.
cooked.
Yeah. I know it,
Finish
man.
the season
Yeah.
with Alabama,
And
Missouri,
LSU.
Alabama, LSU, back to
At
back
LSU.
to back.
Death Valley.
Yeah.
At Missouri, come home,
Oh
lick
my
your
goodness,
chops.
bro.
Alabama, drag you in your own house, and then you got to hit the
Yeah.
road and act like you're motivated for that last game of the season against LSU. At
Yeah.
LSU,
Yeah.
Hey,
Death Valley.
Alabama could actually lose that game to you.
Jamal, come on now, don't do. Is this what I look like when I do the Dougie drama?
A little bit.
You
but,
do you believe
No,
that?
stand on it. What you
I mean,
just stand on
just
it? Stand on it.
because Alabama did lose to Vandy.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That was at Vandy. Now Alabama almost lost to South Carolina.
Okay, hold on. Did
Really
you hear
close.
what this man just said? The only person that he respected was Michael Hawkins, a freshman.
That's the quarterback, right?
Yes.
Which is actually strange to me.
He went
Yeah.
19 of 30, and that's what you think. You think that young man is going to blow out and pull a Johnny Manziel out of his pocket?
Sad to say, but I think they're gonna actually put Jackson Arnold back in.
No. Oh,
Oh my God!
You know what?
That's right.
Please don't put
know what?
that
we're different with that.
Oh my God! Don't put that
No, Mr. Oklahoma. That's because Hawkins is going to be dead by then. Now I say this in jest, people.
I think he's gonna be like injured, man. or
Yes,
something like
that
that.
boy ain't making it this
Yeah.
far.
Look, man.
Not running 20 times a game.
Y'all keep talking about Hawkins as if he played like a horrible game. Do y'all
Yeah.
realize how good
I don't
this
know.
Texas defense is? bro?
I do.
Like,
Oh,
I think people aren't acknowledging, and they refuse to acknowledge. They look bad because Texas is that good.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. We thought it was gonna be a competitive game, even though I thought
No,
it
we
wasn't
didn't.
going to
No, we
be.
didn't.
Yeah, facts. And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, he looked bad against the number one defense in the country. I would think he would look bad against
Yeah.
them. So when Alabama comes to town, that defense, Oklahoma still has a good defense. Let's not discredit that.
yeah.
And if they got slowed down by South Carolina, if they got slowed
That's
down by
what I'm saying.
Vanderbilt,
I think
they can get
there's
slowed
a-
down by Oklahoma at home.
I think there's a possibility. So, because I still think Alabama's gonna take another loss before the season ends. Also,
Good Lord.
I
agree, though.
Yeah, I also think
Yeah,
LSU
yeah.
is gonna take another loss before the season ends.
Wait a minute. Y'all were
Yeah.
both just telling me off air, Mr. Oklahoma, they still think Jalen Milroe deserves consideration for the Heisman.
Never said that.
Yeah, we never said that.
You keep putting words in
I
my mouth.
said, remember I
You
said
keep
for
putting
the,
words in
for
my
the
mouth.
Heisman, Ryan Williams
Or
or Jalen
You
Milroe.
gave us two options.
But
and we
you
picked
would
Jalen.
pick him over Ryan Williams.
Yes.
we picked the guy that throws the ball to the other guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the other guy
And
does
runs it.
highlights, and he bailed you out a couple of those throws, man. You know.
But
to
then,
get-
but you
then
know,
that's- yeah. Go ahead, Miss Oakland.
But you know, I like Jalen Milroe, man. I like it. I like Jalen Milroe. As long as he stay healthy, you know, I like Jalen Milroe.
okay.
At the same time, literally,
Okay,
Jalen Milroe made some mistakes.
What's up? What's up?
Can I switch to something that quick?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
What is wrong with my Cowboys, man? Come on.
Well, you had a hard weekend. What?
Come on, dog.
Hey, brother, you all right? You all right, bro? Like,
I'm all
Okay.
right, but I mean, both of my teams lost like
Yeah,
that, got blown out.
keep your head up, brother.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
praying for you over here.
Miss Oklahoma, you said what's wrong with the
Yeah,
Cowboys?
but you know, Douglas, you know, I want to say, man, I mean, you knocked my team in the Cowboys, but you don't reveal your college team.
Hey, yeah,
and
talk your
pro
stuff.
team.
Talk your stuff, Miss Oklahoma. Get on him.
I don't reveal college.
Damn.
I don't reveal pro, but it's okay. We still can go. But we talk about you right now.
Who's your NBA team?
You would never get it
That's crazy.
out of me either. But I want to know. I'm checking on you right now. I want to talk about me. I want to make sure you in a good place. I want to make sure you all right. Hey,
He not.
you need to
Yeah,
find
man,
somebody to
I'm
talk
good,
to.
baby.
I know you're talking to us
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
but if you
I'm
need
good,
someone
but-
else to
but-
talk to,
but-
let me go and give you Corey's number.
I'm not a
You ready?
therapist.
You got pen and paper?
I'm not a therapist. Don't call me.
Corey, get this man some up.
I give you some scripture. Yeah, that's all.
Hey, so Corey didn't answer. Mr. Oklahoma, let him answer.
Win or lose, don't love it, man.
Mr. Oklahoma, let him answer that though.
I'm going to talk about Jordan tomorrow.
Here you go.
I'm going to talk
I'm
about Jordan tomorrow.
He don't want to know. He don't want to know what's wrong. With
about to
the Cowboys.
say, he asked a question and let us answer.
Do you want him to tell you what's wrong with the Cowboys?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
All right, Miss Oklahoma. Let me rebuttal and ask you a question before I answer. What was the problem?
Okay.
What was the problem with the Cowboys before the season started? What was everyone talking about? Do you remember?
Jerry Jones?
Yep.
Oh yes.
And is Jerry Jones still the owner?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem with the Cowboys. Done
right.
deal.
Yeah.
So-
That's what everybody say. Everybody say that.
Hey, he's snapping on reporters. Did you hear?
right.
Did you hear him?
I heard that.
He's snapping on. Hey, I'll find somebody. Yup, big boy, slow down. You ain't got to do that. He said, I ain't laughing. Wait,
He said, "I'm not kidding."
come on.
Serious.
Yo, that's when
I
it
get
is
somebody
serious.
else.
It is
Somebody else
serious
ask me
right now.
questions.
It is getting to him. And all right, but
On
you
his
wasn't.
birthday too.
Oh,
God.
yes.
On his
He was not having a
birthday.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Don't even
Jerry.
put that on my cake.
Can you
Just say we love you on my cake. Ain't nothing happy. We ain't happy right now. All right, so Corey, lead that then, because he wants to talk UT Georgia.
Okay, yeah. What you got, Mr. Oklahoma?
Yeah, I want to know how y'all gonna do tomorrow. Again, I mean, y'all. I'm thinking y'all gonna win the game.
Wow.
But I think it's gonna be a better game.
I think so too. But look, man. I've reached that point. I reached that point with this Texas team. Over the last 5 or 4 weeks, we do this like prediction on KVU,
Yeah.
and I've constantly been like, okay, this team is decent. It'll probably be 30 to 15 or 37 to 28. I'm not gonna disrespect this defense anymore until they prove me differently. They've only given up 3 touchdowns in 6 games.
Yeah,
Let me repeat
y'all
that.
got a good defense.
They've
Y'all
only
got a-
given up
y'all got
3
a good
touchdowns
defense.
That's kinda tough.
in 6 games.
No,
And
that's
mind
tough.
you,
That's
2 of
tough.
those touchdowns have been in garbage time. So they've only given up technically like 1 real touchdown all season. And so I'm tired of discrediting them. I'm done. And I think it's going to be like a 35 to 10 game. I don't think it's going to be close.
Okay, is this the best defense that Texas has faced all year?
I don't know.
It's one of them.
It's one.
It's
Yeah,
one of them.
I think
I
Oklahoma
just
may
want-
have a better defense.
I just want to argue that I think it's the best defense that they faced all year.
Malachi Starks.
Yeah.
How about me? But you got Michigan. Michigan has a lot of Pro Bowl. They got 3 dudes projected to be in the first round on that defense,
They do.
and Texas went right down the field on them. And
With ease.
how much are we? Mind you, they were at Michigan. How much are we fantasizing about the aura of Georgia? If you look at the stats, they're the 27th ranked defense right now. They're not that
Well,
great.
points against, they're tied for 20th, according to ESPN.
Yards
Yeah,
given up.
I go off of that.
Okay, yeah, I go off like total defense.
Because I thought that's what you were going off of for Texas.
No, I'm going off total defense.
Well, no, because they're not number one in passing yards and rushing yards allowed. They're not number one in that, according to ESPN.
Who?
Texas.
Passing yards, yeah.
So okay,
But
I'm going
hey,
to double A.
hey, but don't you know that game last week when Georgia played Mississippi State? Mississippi State scored a lot of points on Georgia.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
and Mississippi State
Hey
put
man,
up
I'll
13
see y'all
on
later.
Texas.
I'll talk with y'all later.
All right, we'll talk to you. Hey, don't forget to talk to somebody. Hey, for those who are listening, he's a local guy. Somebody check in on Mr. Oklahoma. He going through it right now. That was a hard weekend for the brother. Somebody invite him over for some pie or something this weekend. Help him out. Make him feel a little better.
No, but he made a good point though, because you have one common opponent between the two teams, Mississippi State,
And they put 13 on Texas.
yeah, but it wasn't really like, if you watch the game, Texas gave up one big run. That was their touchdown. It was like a 40, 50-yard touchdown run. It was a missed assignment, blown assignment. The rest of the game, they didn't move the ball at all. And against Georgia, they drove down the field on them boys multiple times. And so I just think that what we're going to see a lack. The difference that makes Texas so great is that they have depth at every single position. And Kirby Smart said it this week. We don't have that. Georgia doesn't have the depth that Texas has. So when the game gets second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, when Texas has been substituting in and out the whole game and bodies are still fresh,
Yeah.
I think that's when you're going to see the deficiencies between the depth of Texas and the depth of Georgia.
Okay. Well, we have someone live on the air. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Washington, I'm back in again with y'all today, man.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Cowboys and UT fan, and I'm agree with Corey. You know what I'm saying? I've been done. You done heard me say it once before. I done called in. The problem always been with the Cowboys with Jerry. It's time for Big Jerry to move on. I done said this to numerous. Y'all done heard me call in and said that Jerry is using that rich man mentality. You know, if you don't do what I say, I'll cut you off.
Yes.
I'll starve you. That's what he's doing. And he's actually, I don't know if he's doing that old school thing where you and essentially destroy the team to raise the stock up, then he eventually going to sell it.
No, I honestly. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I honestly think. Remember, he's an oil guy. He's not one of these .coms. He doesn't have the billions like these other guys have from those .coms, right? So I really think of his businesses, this is the one where he gets the most fanfare. That's why Jerry likes the limelight. And then lastly, it's fun for him. This is fun. I bet this is his most fun business. I think Jerry is keeping this until he dies.
Yeah.
And then he'll probably have it in his will to force his kids to hold on to the team for about another 5 to 8 years and before they can sell it, to be honest. Or to keep naming rights somewhere on like whatever the building is for the next 3 buildings or I honestly think that's how Jerry sees it.
I mean, you might got a point that that is next to the Yankees, UT, and Dallas. That's like
keep it in the family.
He's probably the one. As for merchandise,
yes,
worldwide, I didn't know who the Dallas Cowboys is.
Yes, that star.
They worldwide, man.
And then lastly, can you think of any other owner that we all would love to hear on their podcast or on their interview, their weekly show,
or after every game, dude talks to media after every. He's the only owner that talks to media after every game.
Yeah, y'all know, you got a point on that. Like I made a point, like with Derek Carr and the Raiders and stuff, and like I told y'all, the Raiders' problem was when they picked up Jamarcus Russell, and that what drove Al Davis to his grave.
Yeah.
It was the biggest investment flop he done probably made in his life.
Oh, that hurt him.
And his son is trying to recuperate that.
Yeah.
And back to court now with the Georgia UT game, and like I said, I'm a big fan and stuff, and I think Stark got it. The thing is, we need to keep that mentality out our heads that we're the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah.
Because, like he said about Michigan got some people that's going. We did run that ball down their throat.
With backup running backs, by the way.
This is the deepest we've been. This is the deepest we done been in almost every position.
Yep. Yeah. And I would also say, like, talking to the players, they don't have that mentality. A lot of the players in that locker room were still on that 5-7 team 3 years ago. And I think that humbles them to the point where just because they're number 1, they don't care. They know what it's like to be losers, if we're being honest. And I think now they're getting a taste of what a winning program looks like, and they want to keep it as long as possible. And so just like I said, being around the players and talking to them, they have this hunger of proving everybody wrong still. And I don't think they think that people still respect them as a number 1 team. I think they still have that chip on their shoulder as if people still consider them the old Texans that at some point they're going to flop. And they just want to prove that that's not going to be the case. And there's another opportunity for them to be on the national spotlight and to continue to prove what they've been proving all season, which is they are dominant on offense and they're dominant on defense and they are title contenders. So I'm excited on Saturday, man. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, you're gonna be excited because honestly, I gave them 11-1. Because I say I hate to say it as much as I hate old Reveille. But that's gonna be a slugfest with A&M, and
I agree, bro.
If we can get past Vandy,
I agree. That A&M game scares me.
If we can get past Vandy, I don't know what it is because that boy transferred or whatever it is. But if we can get past Vandy, our fight is gonna be with either Kentucky or A&M?
Playing at Kyle Field is so hard to win there,
Yeah.
especially now that you're talking about, because Douglas brought up motivation with Georgia, and I rebutted that. My apologies for doing that, but I had to.
Joe,
I had to fire you up.
It's entertainment.
But you want to talk about motivation? A&M has motivation. Hadn't faced Texas for years. They've been the little brother for years, and the last time they faced each other, what happened? Walk off, game winner, Justin Tucker.
Yep.
Ball game. Mm-hmm. Now you're at our crib, and let's say Texas A&M goes on a run. I mean, they're technically at the top of the SEC right now.
They are.
With Texas, and so if they go on a run, and we're looking at a potentially preview to the SEC championship on the last week of the season in prime time at Kyle Field, all stakes are on the table. That's a scary game, man. That is a scary game. The Aggies are going to be rolling at that point. And so, yeah, I'm interested. But like you said, you got to go 1 week at a time, though. You got to get past Georgia. And Carson Beck, they already have one loss on their record. I'm sure they don't want two. So that's their motivating factor.
That's absolutely. That is absolutely. But I actually think, we got up in there last year, so.
Yeah, beat Alabama last year.
They say, you stay humble, after a while, and, you can take a man and not feed him, he go hungry, and when you give him a taste of food, he going to figure out, I don't want to be hungry again, I want to keep this.
And I think that's where Texas is at right now. And they just have a lot of depth, man. That's just like I just mentioned, every single position, they're too deep. And it's crazy to see that if someone goes down, they're not really unscathed. I mean, if Carson Beck goes down, Georgia's team is cooked.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I'm saying? If Quinn goes down, you got Arch. If Isaiah Bond goes down, you have Matthew Golden. You have Ryan Wingo. You have Silas Bowden. If Cedric Baxter goes down, which he did, you have Contravian Reisner. You have Jarrett Gibson. I mean, the depth on this team is crazy, and I think that's what sets them apart from every other team in the country.
Yeah, and you got more coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The receiver recruiting class?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw boy D committed.
You got more coming, so, I ain't in disagreement with you, Mr. Mo. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good. What's your prediction? What you think?
I'll say 35-21.
Okay. Get them 21 points. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, while we have you, I got to ask you about, the Devontae Adams deal. How you feel about that?
Yeah.
Leaving the Raiders?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The Raiders, I just don't know if since Jamarcus Russell, the Raiders ain't been the same. And that's just going to be my argument. Anybody can get this same thing with, like with Antonio Brown. You get $30 million on Monday, and then come Wednesday, you broke because you done got fired. I mean,
you need financial advisors.
Yeah.
You need financial advisors, man.
I mean, basically, the Raiders. Well, we already know who stopped that. They should have allowed the Raiders to come to San Antonio, but Jerry runs it. Once again, Jerry runs Goodell, and everybody knows whether Kraft or everybody else, the team owners, what Jerry say, Jerry's gonna get.
Well, all right then. I agree with you. Jerry wants to own Texas, but we gotta get to a break though, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
Okay, y'all have a great one.
Be blessed.
Thanks for calling in. We love the calls. 512-836-2887. We're going to go to break. We'll be back. Call in. We love it. Listen to the Fans View. We are back. The Fans View. I don't want to say we're the best in the West, but, if the streets want to call in and tell us that, we'll take that. I ain't going to argue y'all off of your opinion.
I think I'd rather be the beast from the East.
Hey.
Since we are in
Are there any places that still consider us East? Because, some places lazily will cut the United States of America in half. And I was just wondering, is there anything, like my medical coverage, they have us into an East and West. Really? And we are East. We are not West. They now are going to change it, but they're one of the places. And they're a pretty big health company. So I was just wondering if there's anybody else.
Southwest. South by
That's
Southwest.
lazy. Just cut it in half, right down the middle.
Yeah.
All right, so gentlemen, just quickly, Army and Navy in the
Yeah.
top 25.
Yeah.
That's
I love it.
what a shock. Do y'all know anybody that went to either one of the academies? That's a kind of rare thing. So I was just kind of curious. Anybody that you've ever come across, Corey, like a old coach that you
I
interviewed
feel like
or
I had a
something?
homie from high school that went to Navy.
Oh, that's cool.
No, that's a lie. He went to Air Force.
Out
Yeah.
in Colorado. Anybody for you?
I used to play against a dude. His name was Cal Long, I think he was his name.
And
he
he
went
went-
to Austin Regents. He went to Navy.
Oh, that's cool. And did you ever compete against anybody from one of the academies?
One of the academies. Yeah, I heard of it from Air Force.
How was he?
He was alright.
Oh.
He's pretty good now.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's still running?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's out of those.
Oh, okay. Did he go Diamond League or something?
Nah,
All right.
that's hard.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. I was just kind of curious there.
If he's running pro, he's running unattached. No disrespect to bro though. He is a good athlete.
Oh, okay. So, I wanted to give that a plug. I just wanted to shout out Spring 23, my fraternity brother, Raheem Swanson, number 16, plays for the United States Military Academy. So, go Army. And I'm just shocked. I not in a million years would I have thought this. I'm an Army veteran. So, I root for him. You know, what I heard is that Army is like the only one that kind of does that. Air Force, they don't really, people in the Air Force don't really like fall in love and they don't chase the academy.
Yeah.
Same thing for the Navy. But Army, yeah, we do it. And I think that we're indoctrinated. Like if you're deployed, if you're somewhere else, they'll broadcast the game. So that's something. If y'all didn't know that, that's something that happens for us in the military.
I think it's crazy too. Like for them to be undefeated in this era of NIL, where they're not getting money like that.
They're not.
Like the Naval Academy, Army bases, Air Force, they're getting tuition paid for because that's what they do to get the scholarship, and then maybe a stipend. You know, what, like $400, $500. And so like the kids that are there, they are there because they love it there.
Yeah.
And they're not leaving because they have brotherhood, because they have a lot of connections, and it's a bigger purpose than football to them.
Yes.
And I think that's so cool that they're successful without the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing I found crazy too. This is Army's first year in the American Conference, if I remember that correctly. I think I want to say it's Navy's first year. They might have been in it and left and came back, but
Yeah.
this is, and they're both undefeated. Football gods, if you can hear me, please let them ride out undefeated all the way to that Army Navy game, please.
Oh, my gosh.
That would be so great.
Yeah.
the game is already packed, but it's like
It'd be more high stakes. Devontae Adams is able to bro out with his homie once again. He is now with the New York Jets and his boy Aaron Rodgers. In fact, he's staying at Aaron's house until he gets on his feet. And come on, man, what are we doing? We millionaires.
Is he really, or is that a joke?
No, that's happening.
Wow.
I'm just so curious, guys.
But that happens, though. Antonio Brown did the same thing with Tom Brady.
yeah.
Boom. Got you.
Okay, Corey, Young Buck, insert name here, on the come up.
Yeah.
Just got picked up by whoever your rival is here that you guys consider a rival station. I don't even want to say their name because I'm rocking with KView. But hey, Corey, let me crash on the couch until I get on my feet. Are you doing it?
Yeah, man. Give him a crust in the corner.
Okay.
Crust in the corner.
Yeah, he did. He came out with that one quick.
Talk about hospitality.
You
huh?
used that before.
Yeah, it's
That's not-
a little fraternity thing.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, how is that? How do you have that at the ready?
Little poem. It's all
like-
good though.
I think. Nope. I'm gonna keep it PG.
All right, so like,
I was gonna go somewhere else there with it. So then,
yeah, bro, I mean-
you're okay with that?
yeah, I mean, you're
All right.
talking about like being a good person. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if someone needs a bed to sleep on, yeah, I'm gonna be a good person.
Okay.
I don't care where he works at.
Right, he doesn't need a bed. He's a millionaire, Corey.
Are you talking about Devontae?
Yeah.
So you want him to just blow bread?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he ain't got no chains.
What do you want
He's
him to
got a
blow
Taco
bread?
Bell in his house.
My goodness.
I know it's a commercial, but still, you get me. This
What, he
gotta,
wasn't to be a horrible.
he can go to a
financial-
hostel.
This dude, man, gonna say, hey, yeah,
crazy.
Holiday Inn, right down the street, brother.
Hey,
That's
they'll leave the
crazy.
light on for you.
But wait, but what are you're referring to Devontae and Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
they're friends. They're not enemies though.
No, are you friends?
Oh my goodness.
Because Aaron could have took a little less money and they may still be together.
Devontae
I'm
won it
just-
out.
I'm tired of that though.
Devontae
and I
won
was
it
just
out.
wondering if y'all could pull me back because I ain't feeling very brotherly right now. That we are reunited and it's supposed to feel so good. I'm not happy about what I'm seeing up there because what if this doesn't fix it?
Then their careers are over.
So a coach just got fired.
Yep.
You just came there,
Yep.
and is he staying there long term? This is going to be
Probably
the
got 2
long term
years
fix.
left.
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
Yep. 2-year rental, and I bet every Jets fan, if they were to win the Super Bowl, they don't give a rip.
Yo, 512-836-2887. If you're a Jets fan, you can call in and you can give us your thoughts. I gotta get more brotherly. See, I showed some love to my fraternity brother.
Yeah.
Like Brahim, you can get a spot across in the corner. You know what you said?
There we go.
Yeah. I can hook him up when he graduates out of military academy before his army money kicks in. That's about the best I could say there. All right, gentlemen.
What about Amari though? Do you think he's gonna play a factor in Buffalo?
No.
Maybe.
I think it's just Josh. It's still dependent on Josh. So he's got no turnovers right now, no interceptions right now. Josh Allen.
But I say not no
Can
turnovers.
you
He definitely
believe
got
that?
turnovers.
Yes, no interceptions right now.
Josh Allen has 0 interceptions.
Yes, sir. I know. Now, that's because he hasn't had a number one and he can spread the ball. You can look at Curtis Samuel in the locker room and be like, man, shut up. You can look at Keon Coleman
Man,
and you
shut
can
up.
can you not? But when Amari come over, Amari got to get peppered with about 12 targets, right?
He not that.
First game?
He's not the same Amari though. Like he don't get that much respect.
How many targets? This one I got to know.
I think he'll get
how many
8.
targets? Okay, 8. I like that number.
7 to 8.
All
Or
right.
no, there's no 6 to 7. 6
6 or 7, okay.
'Cause you still got, you talking about this weekend?
Yes, sir.
You got to factor in like how long it takes him to learn the offense.
What? Well,
Yeah.
no, because let's go back to Devontae. I guarantee you Devontae will hit double digits.
Well, that's come on, bro. Come on. I need you to think.
Are they running the
I need you
same
to- yes,
playbook?
I mean, it's the same. Nathaniel Hackett's the same coordinator that was in Green Bay that's with him in New York.
no wrinkles.
No, you probably got you got to learn like different terminology.
Yes, sir.
But the whole concept of it,
Still same.
no, it's still the same.
Okay. Was there somebody that wanted to?
No, we didn't have a caller. Mr. Oklahoma actually wanted me to ask you a question, Corey. Does you and KVU, do y'all ever interview any black colleges?
Actually, yeah, I went out to Houston Tillerson a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay,
Talked to their
okay.
new basketball head coach. Shout out John Smith.
Hey,
Hey.
we're trying to get him on. Everybody. By
Yeah.
the way, the station manager told me that last week.
He's a good dude, man.
So we're gonna get him on. It sounds like he is
he's the
a
alpha.
great personality. Okay. Well, you
By the
know,
way,
some
yeah.
people prematurely make decisions and.
Don't
You know?
disrespect.
I was just
I always
saying.
show them respect because they started it, man. 1906.
A noob, a Q-Dog, and an alpha.
It,
and on the
it,
show.
it got
Yeah.
improved in 1911, though.
Oh,
There's
of
a
course.
reason
Yeah,
2
I know,
2
yeah,
came
yeah,
through in
yeah, I
1911,
know.
right?
Yeah, I know, yeah, I
He's
know.
like, well, you know what? This is how it should be done.
Make
And
some
then,
revisions.
Boom, 1911 came through. It was a big year. But,
But
yeah,
HT's up this year, man.
yeah.
Gotcha. When he comes in on the show, I'm gonna need all y'all to wear y'all's gear. Okay.
Oh, that would be good. Okay,
that would be cool.
we
Y'all's
gotta we
colors.
gotta remember to remind him.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to get caught sidestepping.
Yeah,
'cause
facts.
that would be unfair to him. So, in our text group,
Yeah.
let's remind that. Okay, so we talked that. I think Amari Cooper is going to get used a lot. I think he's going to hit double digits. Honestly,
Targets?
I think he's getting double digits this weekend, just to prove the point. To make a statement, I believe they're going to do that. To the fans, to the Bills. I think they're doing that for the fans. Hey, we got this new toy.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to look for the remaining of the year. That's what I think.
I just think it's so crazy how Buffalo was able to give up. Well, Buffalo had to give up more for Amari than what the Cowboys got for Amari.
Yeah.
How? And that was 4 years later.
Yes.
How is that? Like, how bad are the Cowboys, bro? Like, Mike. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's-
I know.
let's-
That takes us down a whole nother path.
Yeah. Facts.
We don't have too much longer. Gentlemen, I need to know something here. Does anybody want to watch back to the NFL? Does anybody want to watch Miami at Indianapolis?
No,
Anthony Richardson's back.
that's what's up.
That's
No,
cool, I
That's
guess.
fraternity brother, by the way.
I need to.
I need to.
Is he? Is he?
Pause.
Okay, have y'all ever seen? Can y'all remember in any part of life where your understudy, your backup, everyone is more excited about him than you, based off of his talent, not because you're playing bad, but because he comes in and he drives that thing different. He drives it like he stole it.
Yeah, we see
Because
it
Flacco
here.
be.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do see it here.
We see it here with Archie Manning.
The
Wait.
the way
No,
that
I
crowd was
said
roaring-
he does it better than you. Are y'all saying
Oh.
Archie does it? Arch does it better. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
I was about to say I wasn't ready for
Trying
that.
to catch her slipping.
Y'all can't do that at the end of the show. I would have loved to have led with that.
There's different elements about Arch that is better than Quinn, but like as an overall quarterback of his offense, no.
Well, what was it? 21 miles per hour he got to on that scramble.
But he was moving.
Woo! Dude, good. I
Hold
like
on.
that.
I might be able to answer your question before.
Oh,
You got somebody?
I might.
I might.
When Tua first got to Alabama, and I remember watching that spring game, the crowd was cheering, and Tua rolled Tua's first play. He rolled out to the left and literally zipped it. I want to say it was to either Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, or
it was Devontae Smith
or
in
in that
the
spring game.
left corner.
Yep, and then yeah,
Yeah.
after that spring game, and then like bringing him in at the championship game, I think that might be the time.
So even now, do we think that Tua is a better thrower than Jalen Hurts? Because when
Yeah.
Cheetah got there, he said
Yeah.
how accurate he was. And I apologize. I haven't watched a lot of Dolphins games, and so I haven't seen the tape. Because you're a Dolphins fan, right? So, in your opinion, he throws it in tight windows. He's really accurate.
Yeah, Tua is accurate, but same time, it does help when you have a player like Tyreek Hill, where if I
agreed.
can put it in a like spot, like an
Vicinity.
vicinity,
Yes,
an
sir.
area,
Yes, sir.
he will literally go run and grab it. Waddle will literally go run and grab it. You know, what I'm
And it's
saying?
almost impossible to overthrow that guy.
yeah. Oh, but Tyron Huntley did it twice. It hurts as a fan. It hurts.
Yeah,
said twice.
It's G League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huntley's G League. All right. The Battle of Ohio, Cincinnati versus Cleveland.
Bengals and Browns.
My fraternity brother, my deuce, just moved back to Cleveland. He left Atlanta to go back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna make fun of him? Because I do.
Man, this is for you.
How do you? He's from Cleveland though, so he went home. Y'all interested in this?
No.
Deshaun Watson versus Joe Burrow.
I'm interested in Chubb, man.
Is it gonna be ugly?
I want to see how many carries Chubb gets. Do they ease him back
Well,
or?
they're gonna be playing from behind, so it's gonna be a lot of throwing, don't you think?
I mean, but Cincinnati hadn't looked great though.
Wait, they put up points.
They put up 17 on the Giants.
Oh well, I mean, but they put up 30, close to 30 on the Ravens.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, and they
Yeah,
lost.
yeah,
So
but
I got the Bengals.
yeah,
I
Bengals
would
are
not
winning.
be watching
yeah,
that game.
Yeah,
No, I'm not watching.
nobody's. Yeah, that's in Cleveland. Sorry, Andrew. All right, Tennessee at Buffalo.
It's another
And
disgusting.
Will
game.
Levis.
Ew.
So because of that, maybe I need to back that off because they're going to be up by so much. They're going to have to hand off the ball.
Who? Josh Allen?
Yeah, and maybe
I don't
maybe
think
Amari
I
doesn't
think
get
it's gonna
12
be close
targets.
though, bro. Tennessee's defense is nice. Will Levis just sucks.
Yeah.
but the defense is nice. I mean, they got L'Jarius Sneed out there. You got Jeffrey Simmons up front
But
on
you
that D
keep
tackle.
getting even if even if you don't do anything with
Devondre
the ball,
Sweat.
you keep getting the ball back because their offense
Yeah,
is that bad. So we're still going to get 3-and-out opportunities for Josh Allen.
there are, but they could force 3 and outs themselves.
Well, I just said double digits. I know I just a second ago said 12. I don't mean he's going to get 12, but I think Amari will get double-digit targets.
Okay.
Is what I'm going with there. Seattle at ATL. You know, Michael Penix used to live in Seattle. If y'all didn't know, I'll search your geographical knowledge, listeners. That's where University of Washington is. So that's
Yeah.
about all I got.
Ran out there.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm very intrigued just because like Geno's
Atlanta's
so
hot.
up and down, bro.
Yeah, but Atlanta's hot right now.
Exactly, and Atlanta's hot.
They
so like,
figured it out.
but Atlanta, it's Atlanta. You know, like
Atlanta be Atlanting.
Every time, like, you know, they get a little steam, they just have this horrible loss, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot they're the Falcons. You know, it's like, when are they gonna get over that hump of just not being consistent?
4 in a row. Atlanta.
I got Kirk chains.
I do have Kirk.
Does this sound Does this sound? What was the word you just used? Consistent.
Consistent, yeah.
Does this sound consistent? 26 points, 36 points, 38 points. Their points are going up, bro.
Yeah.
That's trending, and they got 3 straight wins. Sorry, of their 4 wins.
Now, mind you, one of those though is against Carolina, so throw that away. Who are
Okay.
the other 2 wins against?
the Saints,
You just saw what happened to them last night.
but they did
Throw
beat
that
the
away.
Bucks, 36-30,
Okay.
That one's gotta
Eagles,
feel
that
good.
Eagles one was legit. Watch that game from start to finish.
22-21. Well, if Saquon catches that ball,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Bucks.
Come on,
yeah,
Saquon.
Yeah.
The Bucks?
The Bucks win is an impressive
Yeah,
win.
because Kirk threw what 500. You don't see
And
that in the video.
they
man.
played the Chiefs good. They lost 22-17 to jog
They
your
did.
memory.
They did.
Respect, right?
Like the Falcons are a good team. I mean, they paid a lot of money for a lot of players.
Yes.
And they're finally like coming around. And Kirk looks more comfortable in this offense. And so, yeah, I'm right. I think the Falcons are good.
Yeah.
But I'm just so worried. It's kind of like how people feel about the Longhorns. It's like at some point they're going to crumble.
Yes,
at
sir.
some point they're going to have a loss that they shouldn't have. And then Seattle just feels like a team that can give it to them. But I'm still going with the Falcons though.
Hey, was that the Matt Ryan game that they put him in the Ring of Honor? Was that the Chiefs game that they?
No, they won. I think that was Tampa Bay.
Okay, because
When they put him in the Ring of Honor.
The curse of Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl implosion, 28-3, bro. That follows you.
He still has nightmares about
Shout
it.
out Brady.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Now, NCAA. Before we go, we're gonna be followed by the Grapevine. Giannis is in the building.
Oh, yo.
He's itching to get in here with company. This weekend, Oregon at Purdue. Little Bo Nix love.
Is Hudson Cards starting at Purdue, or is he not starting no more? I mean, I still got Oregon. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay.
I was
Number 2 Oregon.
Card, man.
former,
Yeah, how
the
is he
former UC.
doing?
I think he's at Purdue, right?
Yeah, he is, but I don't know how he's doing this year. I've been following Malik Murphy.
Malik's at
He been balling.
Duke. Yep.
5-1.
He helped me on some parlays, and then Charles White is at Appalachian State.
Same.
Austin kid. Yeah.
So that's actually a tonight game. So that'll be on
real?
tonight.
Oregon
yeah.
and Purdue?
Yeah, you don't have to fight anybody for
Dylan
that.
Gabriel.
7:00 tonight.
All right, it could be a trap game though. you know.
Miami at Louisville.
Cam Ward. What's the celebration? Zombieland. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. No, we not interested in that. Louisville. Lamar Jackson's not there. Clemson.
Hey, before we move on though,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. I'm still not believing in Miami.
I know.
But yeah, they're
just-
They've
they're
had
trying to
2
slip
wins
by.
that like. Not trying to blame the refs.
But they may still make it
not
to
trying to blame the refs.
the playoff though.
Exactly. If they win the ACC.
Coming out of ACC.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Clemson.
Well, that's why
K-Club,
I couldn't
mate.
wait to
Shout
get
out
to that
Westlake.
next game. And I
But-
was gonna ask y'all. Miami's ranked number 6. Clemson's ranked number 10. Who do y'all think is the better team that'll win the ACC?
right now, I'm going Clemson, just because
Oh, Miami.
That's fair. I think,
like that.
I think you're not wrong with either one. I just think that Clemson had a horrible loss in Week 1
Yes, sir.
on national television, and everyone still has that stench on them. But ever since that game, they haven't struggled. And Miami, on the other hand, I will say this too. I'm blue in the face. They should not have won that game against Virginia Tech. That call that they reversed, that showed no signs of him dropping that football.
Yeah.
It also showed no signs of a Virginia Tech kid catching the football. But the ruling on the field was a touchdown. So I don't know how you reverse that. And then the next week, I forgot who they faced off. Not Tennessee, California. And there was that targeting penalty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clearly a targeting, not called. Could have changed the game.
And then Cam Ward's body crossing the line when he completed that pass. Do you think it completed the pass?
Exactly. I mean, a lot of the Marquise things, I'm like, I think ACC's calling down and being like, hey, bro, we need Miami to stay undefeated.
We need
So
one team.
let's,
Florida State decided to be trash.
yeah, facts.
And the Gators are trash.
They only have 2 legit teams in the ACC.
So there's got to be at least, you know what? There is a conspiracy there. I'm ready to jump on that bandwagon.
I appreciate it.
A populous state like Florida, they got to have at least one national contributor.
Wow.
I'm here for that.
Never thought of it.
I was going to ask you guys, since you mentioned it, because we've talked about them twice this year, can you think of a more snake-bitten team in one season than Virginia Tech? I'll just help you. Vanderbilt that lost 34-27 to start the season. They lost to Rutgers 26-23. And then You said they lost to Miami.
Yeah, they should have won that game.
And that was 38-34. That's home cooking because they were in Miami for that win. So
Yeah.
that's rough.
I
That's
mean,
a rough
I think
season.
they blew their point out last night, right? Pretty sure. They played last night.
They had Boston College 42-21. They
Yeah.
lost.
Oh, they lost. Virginia Tech.
Oh, sorry, they won.
I was about
Sorry,
to say,
they
I
won.
could've sworn
They,
they won.
they beat them down. You know, I'm making fun of Matt Ryan, but man, I was there at Boston College when he was in college.
I like how.
I lived in Boston.
Really?
And Matty Ice. Hey, another quick point. We mentioned him earlier. While I was living in Boston, there was a kid that was going to Harvard. And I remember saying, who is that Asian Allen Iverson? And that was Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin.
So I'd like to say I knew about him before the bandwagon because he was cooking Northeastern, which is where I worked. Northeastern University and Boston College. I taught at both schools, but I was just shocked. So it was a good time to be at Boston College, to be in Boston during that time for me. Okay, we don't have too much more. I want to ask you guys one last thing. When it comes to these games, do you guys put big spreads out? Like you guys ordering wings? Because y'all are single guys. You know, I'm a family man. I got wifey. She asked me, what you want to do? You want me to go get some pizza? You want to do that? And I'm just wondering, how do y'all get down? How do y'all take in these games? Because I know I asked you about UT Georgia, how you were going to watch it. So I'm just kind of curious, what do the streets do nowadays?
I'm going to the bar, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's probably gonna be popping.
I'm going out. Like I don't like to until I get a family. That's when I'm gonna start cooking on the grill or something like that.
Okay.
But like,
And you want to talk to people about it?
yeah, in my single
Okay.
era, bro. I'm trying to. I text a group chat, text the homies. Hey, y'all trying to meet up at so and so?
Yeah.
Let's go kick it. Probably got food there.
Yeah.
Get some beers.
Yeah.
Sit on the patio. Watch the
Okay.
game.
All right. Okay. Woo, people are still hanging out because I was about to give y'all
People are
an
still
old head.
hanging out.
No. Let me hear from you, Jamal, because I was about to throw some old head stuff out
You know
there.
what Corey did? Open my eyes by saying he is going to a bar. Maybe I might partake. In
Hey.
going to a
Oh,
bar
you gonna
as
get out the
well.
house?
Hey.
Hold on, bro. Hold
I
on,
might.
bro.
I might.
Yeah,
I might.
because there's something to be said about your own stuff, like Limitless. And if you got a big 85, 90-inch TV, and you sound like you real tight with your pops too.
Yeah.
And that'd be kind of cool to watch a game.
It was.
Me and my dad, my dad has passed, but he was a Giants fan. And
So
I
you're a
would
Giants
be,
fan, okay.
No,
We settled it.
I would be for anybody that's against the Giants, just to make my dad mad.
I want to figure it out one day.
You hang your dad from the grave? That's crazy.
No. His team.
That's crazy.
Isn't that the Oedipus complex? I'm talking psychology, young buck. We always got to go against our dad,
Spell
right?
that
We gotta
word.
try
I
to-
can't even recite it. What'd you just say?
Oedipus. Oedipus.
Oedipus. Oedipus.
Yeah.
Oedipus.
We talented out here. We do it all. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Grapevine is coming on after us. Gentlemen, any parting remarks?
Yeah, Dak Prescott. Shout out Dak Prescott. Got engaged this week.
Wow.
Good for
I
him.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He already has a kid with her, but
Well,
got engaged.
Yeah. Okay. Anything?
Black love.
We didn't talk about it, but Tennessee, Alabama. I got Tennessee winning.
You got Tennessee?
Yeah.
That's
And
gonna be
then-
Alabama's second loss.
Like I said,
Sheesh.
that's gonna be Alabama's second loss, and then Tennessee's gonna lose down the way too.
Say less.
I was not expecting that. Thanks for joining us on the Fans View. That was Jamal January, Corey Mose from KView. I'm Douglas Paul watching the second. We'll see you guys next week.